thoughts. It's fun for stuff. So I'm doing top and bottom of the desk because you're going to see the bottom of the desk from outside of the van. This is the bottom. And I'm using special walnut. I want the same thing as the kitchen countertop. Yeah, when I get a minute here, once I'm done with this, I'll show you guys what I did to the van since my last live. I gotta wipe this all down. So I got black stainer on it from the bed on the bottom, but that's not really gonna see it. Kind of blends in anyways. Got some there too. That's character. Should probably go over the edges. Go over the top. I don't know if because it's cool out right now, it like closes the pores to the wood and it doesn't take as easily. Because the other night, when I stand at nighttime, really took to that countertop a lot quicker. It was hot that night, so I don't know, maybe cooler air right now. I think it closes the pores. And when it's hot, the pores in the wood kind of expand a little bit more. I don't know if y'all can see it on the edges here, but I put in some jagged edges. I basically took the skill saw. I just kind of went at the edges and made like some random nooks and turns and stuff on the edge. I roughed it up to give it like a wood slab type of a look. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through with I'm going to put a different blade on the skill saw where the teeth are a little bit further apart. I'm just going to jag it up even more and then smooth it out, sand it down a little bit. But it looks pretty good. This is the end of the desk that will hang out over by where the door is. So you'll see this part walking in. See what it looks like. Yeah, it looks good. It's not really going to get any darker than this unless they pick a darker stain. It looks a lot different when it's in the van and the dark or whatever. The light's not shining on it. It looks darker. So after this, I got to do the gun stock stain on the wall and roof panels. So I think I should have enough to almost do all of my roof and just left of the walls. Should have enough. I don't know yet. Alright, so that's as good as that's going to get. Maybe it just looked off because I didn't put the polyurethane on it yet. Now it kind of matches the one I did. It wasn't really looking the same there for a second. It didn't look bad, but it didn't really look the same. Yeah, and I gave myself rounded edges around here too. I just kind of went on an angle with the skill saw and chopped it up. I'll tell you what happened. Originally, I was trying to cut a straight edge because I had to cut some of this off. It's too long. And when I was cutting, this plastic thing kind of fell out from under, and my cut went on an angle like this, and it was fucked up. So then I fucked it up on purpose, and it ended up looking better. Might even do the same thing on this side too. We'll see though. I don't think you're going to see this side because I kind of need a straight edge to go into the mount that I have. So so running low. Paint towels. That looks really good. I like how the stain came out. And I'll tell you guys, it was a very spontaneous choice of stainer. It was walnut. It was kind of like she had an extra can and she was like, hey, do you want to use this? Because I was talking to her about possibly finding a different stain. And she had the walnut. And I was like, wasn't sure at first if it would even match what I got in there. It ended up working out. Because if I would have done everything gun stock or just black, it would have looked bland. Alright, this is done. I'll show you guys what I did with the edges. I'm trying to not block my light. Now if you can see the jagged edges that I did, it looks pretty cool like that, I think. It came out pretty good. Anyways, on to the next one. Actually, dry evenly. Not this side. I'm going to change gloves so I don't get this stain on the He's got a sponge stuff in there now. So the next one. This is called gun stock. Gun stock is what I have on my walls right now. It's a nice bright reddish color. I think that's about what it's good for, the walls and the roof, and that's it. The countertop should always be kind of like a walnut or chestnut color. Or even a burgundy color would look nice. Not this one. I need a new stir stick. I think I got one up here somewhere. I saw one earlier. Let's see that stir stick. I know damn well I seen the stir stick in here earlier. I did. Here it is. Right in all the sockets. These sponges aren't worth a damn, but I got one last big one. Let's see. Alright, here it goes. Got a nice reddish color. This is way easier than the first time I tried doing this. I used this pink cloth to stain the first set. These might end up looking different just based on how I'm doing this. But it is way easier to get into these grooves. I'm going to have a lot of excess on here. That looks pretty good though. I might end up having to go back over my walls with the sponges to make it look the same. We'll see how it comes out, but if this ends up looking a lot darker in color, then I'll have to go back over the walls. This is way easier. Get it right in those little lips. This is so satisfying to watch it go on. I could probably even go inside with it. Oh yeah, I can. So cool. Slides right in there like a credit card. Got a little bit puffed up. It is supposed to rain tomorrow, so I gotta be very careful and watch the weather and not leave these outside. Because if I leave these outside and it rains, it's gonna fuck all this up. And unfortunately, I'm not ready to put all these in the van yet. Maybe on the desk side I can. I'm not ready to close the roof off yet. So put these, probably put these in the cool bar. Might be a good place for these until they are ready to go in. Because I will say these aren't really that expensive, but the work to put into staining each and every single one of these, it's kind of a pain in the ass to have to redo it all over again. I mean, these are, I think they're like $10 a piece. Or no, the 8-foot ones are 7 a piece. Not as much as 10-foot ones, but still adds up. I already got enough stuff I could buy for this man. That looks really nice. So I don't know if I should even bother wiping all this off because I didn't the first time. Really go through and wipe it all off. But I just want to see what it looks like if I wipe it. Because I know I put way too much stainer on this. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, so the sponges are the cheat code. Are probably the right way to apply this, anyways. That looks so good. I was about to say, it looks like I just painted it red, but no, it doesn't. Oh, it looks the way it's supposed to. That looks great. Oh, I gotta do the ends. I gotta do the ends. Oh, yeah. That was a good call on the gun stock. A really good call. See, I love the gun stock on the walls, and I love the walnut on the surfaces. And the bed, I'm not really sold on that black stainer on the bed, but now I'm committed because I already started it. So I can't go back from black. Once you go black, you can't go back. So nothing I put over the black is going to show. So unfortunately, I'm stuck with the black stain. That's how it is. All right, this one's done. That's going to drip all the way down. Yeah, look, there's stainer in the driveway, which isn't a big deal. There's fucking oil stains everywhere. Let's see how many pieces I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 pieces. Seven. A lot of these are getting cut. 7. I'd end up having to get like 3 or 4 more pieces, but I won't be for a little while. So I got 8 total, and I already did one, so I got to stain 7 of these. I'm about halfway down my can here, but I do have another can of gun stock stainer because I bought 2 cans. So I should have plenty enough stain to get through. My only question is, do I have enough sponges? I may not have enough sponges because these are going to keep breaking. Oh, worst case scenario, I could just get a rag or something and do it that way. But just nothing beats how easy it is to get into these gaps with the sponge on the top of it. I didn't even get the ones that are in there already this good. Like I could only get it so much with the rag. But I mean, this just really does not miss a spot. So then, let's see, I'm gonna do the front gaps. And I mean, like, I don't even have to really go back and get more stainer for each one I use the sponge with because it applies so much stainer. All I have to do is this. Just pick up excess stainer rolling off and then sponge soaked it up. Really only need 1 sponge full per panel. That looks amazing. Told you guys I did not want to cheap out and just do a panel board. Remember, I was thinking about doing one of those panel boards that looked like you had paneling. It would not have looked as nice. You know, this obviously requires more work and it's more tedious, but it just wouldn't look the same. And plus, the panel board isn't going to last that long. I mean, shit, my floor's already peeling up in some places because of the heat or where I screwed into. Fortunately, not anywhere that's visible yet, but if my vinyl flooring starts coming up, what I'm going to do is rip it all up, pull them off, use them for my stainer. If it ends up coming up, what I'm going to end up doing is ripping up the vinyl that's in there, and I'm literally just going to install panel wood. That's what I'm going to do. So then I'll actually have real wood floors. I don't really have that much square foot in there, so it wouldn't cost that much and it wouldn't take that much time to do. It would just look a lot better. The only downside is that I lose another 1/4 inch in height in the van because I think the thinnest one that you can find is like around the 1/4 of an inch. So it's going to raise me up into the ceiling a little bit more. That's okay. I already have the crouch anyway, so it's different. Decider. Yeah, see, this piece is broken right here. Slightly. Oh, I got stainer on my Crocs. God damn it. Wipe this out. That looks great. When I go prop self-gravity, will do the rest and let the rest of the strain in between the grooves will just fall right out. There's two. I don't know why I don't go live on TikTok too, because TikTok, I'm actually monetized on TikTok, and I don't know, I feel like this is a very TikTok thing to do. I feel like this is like a popular TikTok video, or TikTok live, anyways. I don't know, I was live on TikTok earlier at the same time that I was live on YouTube, and at one point I had more viewers on TikTok than I did on YouTube, and somebody sent me a galaxy, whatever the fuck that even means. I don't know. Apparently, it's like a super chat or something. I don't know how any of that shit works. Shit just kills my phone battery too much. I wish you could go live on that on your computer. I haven't figured out how to do that. I think you have to have an app for it. I've been using it quite a bit to post like short videos and stuff. Oh no! Not again. Come on, man. Fuck. These sponges are horrible. Can you at least stay together so I can get in between these holes? Oh, that sucks. I hate these sponges. They're so cheap. Shouldn't have to go through an entire pack of sponges just to stain a few pieces of wood. I'm not even doing anything crazy with it. It's a thing. I'm just doing this. I'm not pushing hard or nothing. Seems like every two pieces of wood that I stain, the sponge breaks. I should have went to Hobby Lobby. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to PA tomorrow during the daytime. Like when it's supposed to rain, that's when I'm going. And I think when I go to Hobby Lobby, I think they sell sponges. Because I still have a lot to stain. I have to stain the cabinet. I'm actually going to stain most of the skeleton of the cabinet, the desk. I'm going to stain the bed. And I really would like to have a good set of sponges for that. Make life easier. Plus, it looks nicer. That's done. I bet you Hobby Lobby probably sells some pretty good sponges. Try to get some. TikTok spies on you? Oh yeah, China. Yeah, they're probably spying on me on all their Chinese-made merchandise I've been putting into my van. They're like, oh, that's us. We own that. I don't care. They could spy on me all they want. My life's not that exciting. So I try and tell everyone. For someone to spend their entire existence worrying about what I'm doing, like, must really be bored. I'm boring. Nothing going on here. And I guess to most people, my life's about to get even more boring when I move into this van. Not to me, though. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be nice to be able to travel places and basically just vibe out everywhere I want to go. If I don't like a spot, I can just get up and move to another spot. If someone yells at me for being somewhere, I can just move somewhere else. I'm sure I'll get the knock quite a few times. Every van lifer out there has at least once gotten the knock. Sir, you can't park here. Or, oh, just letting you know this place closes at 10 o'clock. You gotta go. You're like, yeah, I know. I'm not sleeping. Don't you dare fall on the floor. Okay. This one is done. I guess I need to grab more pink rags for my job. Apparently I didn't get enough. Wait, it's not done yet. I lied. I'm gonna go over the front. I just did in between the group, not the front. Alright, Alex. Now it's done. Alright, 3 done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. I don't know how many of you that watch me have TikTok, because maybe I'll do a couple of lives over there. It's hard to do lives at the same time, or 2 lives at the same time, because typically while I'm like live on one device, I'm letting the other one charge, and then I have to go live on the other device when that one dies. So it's hard for me to go live on, 2 phones at one time, because typically I need to go live again when that device dies. But if people have TikTok, I can go live on TikTok, and maybe people can find my channel and watch that sometimes. I mean, then again, I don't really have that many more lives to go if you think about it. I only have a few more weeks of this before I'm done. And basically, when I move into the van, I'm not really doing a bunch of live streams anymore because there's not really anything to live stream. Everything from that point on is just van life content, that I create throughout a week. Basically, I record enough content throughout the week and then spend another week putting that video together with a week's worth of content. And then having to condense it down to like 20 to 40 minutes. And all those videos will just be uploaded, of course, or premiered on YouTube. It might be good to follow me on Instagram and TikTok though, because what I'll probably do is I'll post little clips from the upcoming video over there, and maybe a short here or there on YouTube. No, I'll get creative with it. But yeah, occasionally I'll do a live from a camp spot. You know, if I got like a campfire going or something, I'll go live and talk to people and chat with people. But I think primarily I'll just be interacting with people in chat when I do my premieres. Nobody really likes to hear me talk, anyways. So, but surprisingly, I'll have some really good content to share with people once I start traveling. And every weekend that I'm off from work, I vow to go somewhere, travel somewhere, and after summer hours, at least in the month of August, I'm planning a 1 week trip. So I'm gonna basically take off from work for 5 days because I'm already off 2 of those days, and by that time I'll have enough sick time saved up to where I'll get paid for taking days off. So it won't hurt the pocketbook. I'm being considerate and waiting till after the busy season, so I don't leave my team stranded. But that week that I take off, I'm planning on going somewhere not close. I don't want to say it yet, but it's kind of far away. That's why I need the week off, because I'm going to need a couple days to drive at least. Basically, drive for a day and a half and then have 3, maybe 4 days to hang out, and then got to drive back. That will be really cool. I'm excited for that trip. Excited for it. I'll be doing some whitewater kayaking on that trip. Where I'm going, some good rapids. That'll be fun. Actually, I'll definitely have my GoPro by then, so I'll be able to actually record that kind of stuff. People can watch me almost kill myself in sketchy rivers. This one's basically done. Yeah, my very first trip, though, in the van will technically be before I'm actually moved into the van. It'll be kind of like a test trip. I'm just waiting for my battery to come in the mail, or one of the batteries whenever I get one of them. Because I don't know if you all notice or not, but it is very hot out and humid as of late. And I am not going to be able to survive without air conditioning or having the ability to turn on the air conditioning even for like 30 minutes to cool it down. I'll survive at nighttime. It doesn't get that hot at night up here. But I am going to be doing a week-long, or I'm sorry, 2 or 3 day test trip out somewhere. And I will not be taking Valentina on that one just because it's the first trip. And I want to make sure everything works in the van. Because if something goes wrong, I know I'll be fine, but I don't want to put my dog through summer heat and have the air conditioning not work. be fair. Living with the dog and cats. No, 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 no. No, those cats are not my cats. I'm just helping take care of them when she's gone. They're her cats, my landlord's cats. But my dog has already made really good friends with them. So my dog loves them, and the cats love my dog because they're kittens. They don't know to be scared of a giant dog because she hasn't done anything mean or bad to them. She's very gentle. But when my dog comes to hang out or visit, because my dog's gonna get breaks here or there from living in the van and coming here to stay for maybe a weekend, because there's gonna be some trips I go on where I could take my dog. She'd be completely fine in the van because I would just rent a campsite and have unlimited power to run the AC in it. But there's some trips where I can't like take her on a river with me, if that makes sense. Or if I'm doing something crazy. And I don't want to leave her cooped up in the van all day. So there's going to be some times where she's going to dog sit for me. And then she'll get a break out of the van. And that would be nice. You know, here or there. However, my dog actually likes being on the road and does better in confined spaces. Like she has really bad separation anxiety, and I still, even with a big house, I have to lock her up in the laundry room when there's nobody home because the worst thing she does is she'll poop somewhere in the house. But if she's locked up in the laundry room, she doesn't do that. She doesn't do anything bad. So she'll do really well. I already traveled with her for like almost 2 straight years on the road with her. I mean, I've already taken her camping quite a few times too. She's very good. Doesn't run off on me. Doesn't chase after weird animals. And she's a good security deterrent. Anybody thinking about breaking in the van sees her in there, they're probably not going to break in. Nope, just gotta be me and my dog. No cats. The only time I would consider ever getting like a kitten or something in the future is if I got a rooftopper on this van. Like if I have a rooftopper and there's like a storage compartment up front where the cat can jump up to and get away from the dog, and there's enough space, then maybe. Because I've seen plenty of other van lifers do that. Some van lifers have like 2 cats. So van lifer Natalie, she has 3 dogs that she travels in just a standard size Mercedes Sprinter van, and she does perfectly fine. So, if you think about it from an animal's perspective, like a dog's perspective, anyways, it's pretty dope to be able to travel everywhere in your 15-year lifespan and be able to go everywhere opposed to just being locked in one house your entire life and only seeing your backyard. Pretty like if you think about most pet owners out there, not everybody takes their animals everywhere, and their pets end up only staying home, and other than going to a vet occasionally, that's all they know. So if you think about it, you know, van lifers that have animals and go on the road and stuff, those animals are living their best lives. Like they're able to go and socialize with pretty much everything, everyone, everything. actually be on the front row of being in wildlife. You know? So if you think about it like that, especially if you're just traveling on your own, it's nice to have another companion with you. Because it can be very lonely. I mean, when I went camping for 2 weeks at a time, like in North Carolina, even for like the first week, you know, being out in the middle of nowhere, away from people, not even seeing anybody for like a day, it gets lonely, you know, it can be lonely. And, you know, it was a lot better because I had my dog with me. It wasn't that bad. But it's definitely a perk. There's some van lifers that don't even start out with a dog. They end up getting an animal a year into it because they're lonely. The cool thing is I get to start out with having a companion right off the rip. Who's the tag? Oh, this is a sticker tag. I like it better when I staple them in. But I also have a lot of fun ideas and trips for Valentina as well. You know, places that she'd be able to go exploring. Um, Lots of good destinations that I found actually in the iOverlander app that have some really good hiking trails. And I can also take her biking as well. So I can ride a mountain bike and she'll run right next to me. I've done that before. I went biking with her tons of times in the past, and she just trots right next to me, keeps up, never gets tired. Actually, I get tired before she does, and usually have to stop. But got lots of good ideas and fun places. Even around here, I found some really cool trails that are like 25 to 30 miles in length. Like those, you don't even get through the whole trail. You just go 3 or 4 miles and then turn around. But once I moved into the van, I actually found a really cool electric bike that it's got big tires on it and doesn't take much to charge it. I'm definitely going to get it. I like it because it folds in half. It's very compactable. I'll be able to fit it either under my bed or I can get a bike mount and mount it to my roof, depending on how much I use it. I'm also going to have an inflatable kayak. That will be nice. That will tuck away nice and easily. Actually, for $300, the kayak, it's a whitewater rapid grade kayak, and it's pre-owned. It's pre-owned, but it's still in really excellent condition. I went and looked at it, and I asked the guy, I was like, hey, listen, man, I got a lot of shit I still got to buy for my van to finish my van, and I can't buy this yet. But if I gave you guys $50 to hold this for me, would you hold it for like a month? And they're like, yeah, absolutely, because we probably wouldn't sell this that quickly around here anyways. So they're currently holding it for me until I get moved into my van, which will be in a few weeks. And basically, once I moved in, I can go buy it for $250. And that's when I'm really going to start hitting some rivers before summer's over with. Winter comes pretty quick around here, usually around October. But by October, I'm heading out west, but it's also going to start to get cold out west, up in the higher elevation. I'm not going to have much summertime left by the time I get into this van. I mean, maybe a good month and a half summer weather, but it's already July. I mean, we're through the first week of July already. So I don't know, but which I don't mind, because starting out living in this van, it would be a lot easier to not have to deal with hot summer weather. To give me some time to improve my battery system and purchase better batteries that last longer. My air conditioning unit, so I don't have to worry about running the AC. Like on a night like tonight, I wouldn't have to run my AC. It's nice though. I would just run my exhaust fan, and I'd probably have to shut it off because it would get too cold. But it was very hot during the day today, so I don't know how I would survive without air conditioning, the heat I had today. Like basically, I would have to just go do something outdoors to get out of the van during the day without air conditioning, I guess. Probably something to have to do with the water. And I'd have to stay somewhere close enough to a gym to go take a shower. Actually, keep forgetting, I gotta apply for a Planet Fitness membership. I guess I don't need to get one right this second. I could wait till I move into the van, but I'd like to get one just to have it. It used to be $10 a month. I don't know what it is anymore, but for $10 a month, you can take showers unlimited at the gym and work out. A lot of people don't even work out. It's crazy. Or at least they don't show on camera that they're working out. They probably do. All right, that's it. I got two pieces left after this. Just gonna wipe this out. I think I only got one pink cloth left. Should be enough for those two. This one's pretty much spent. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. I got gun stock stainer splatter on the unstained piece of wood that I had that I was planning on using for the bed to close the bed all up. And it splattered on this piece of wood too that I just stained. Oh, that sucks. It must have been splattering from the sponge. Like when I go like this, it probably shot some out. Oh, that sucks. So now the desk is mixed with gun stock. Do I just stain the desk now, the desktop with gun stock and cover the walnut and see what it looks like? I feel like that's the only thing I can do to fix that. Because it's got splatter spots right now with gun stock on it. Do I just do the top of it with gun stock now? It's a very messy thing. Staining is very messy. It's hard to be clean with it. This is why I couldn't do it in the house. No matter how clean I try and be. Yep, I feel like, yeah, it's got splatter all over this. I mean, I don't know what it's gonna come out like if I do gun stock over this, but the worst thing that happens is I got a whole nother sheet of this same exact wood in the garage, which I don't know what I'm using it for yet. I could just completely redo this. I could just redo it. It's not a big deal. It didn't take me that long today. I guess we're about to find out what gun stock looks like mixed with walnut stainer. Somebody's yelling at somebody far away, and it's loud. Yeah, because that walnut was already taken to the wood. It wasn't even drying really anymore. I don't have to use a lot of gun stock. I can just go light with it. I am curious to see what it does. No, maybe it was meant to be, but that's crazy. I'm pretty far away from that wood leaning against the RV. Like, I'm not close to it whatsoever. And for it to just splatter all the way over there is crazy. I'm not like, I'm just doing this. I'm not doing anything crazy here. I don't get it. I understand it dripping everywhere, but well, now it's going to match the kitchen countertop and it's going to match the walls at the same time. There's a perk. It'll match everything. And as for the piece of wood that has splatter all over it, I guess it's fine because the black stain will completely absorb all of it. You won't even see it. I guess that's fine. I'm not even going to note it. That black fucking takes over everything that it touches, including my hands constantly. Like, every time I put my hands on that bed, I'm still getting a good amount of black stain on my hands. I don't know why the black doesn't dry. Like, the walnut and the gun stock, they dry after a couple of days. That's it. Bed, no. All right, well, we're not going to know until I wipe this. So let me get that pink towel out of the van. And we'll give it a good wipe and see how it comes out. Yeah, this is my last one. So I don't think paper towels are going to work well because they're going to end up breaking apart and sticking. So hopefully this rag here will last me. Otherwise, I'll have to use a washcloth. Oh, basically, it just looks like I turned the walnut to red. That's what it looks like. Doesn't look bad. I don't hate it, but it definitely you can't see the cool designs in the wood grain like you could with the walnut. But I guess it's fine. It'll work. Because remember, I put the polyurethane on top of this, so I don't even know if this is going to stick right. I'm gonna have to go over this again with the polyurethane to lock it in, maybe. Well, it doesn't look bad. The more I dry it, the better it looks. It's not bad. But for some reason, this wood just does not come out the same way as the panel wood does. When I use gunstock on the panel wood, it just looks so much better. But that will work. It's better than ruining the walnut permanently. Spray this again. And this time, maybe set this somewhere else. Now it's getting a second coat of this. Should be good. I know, guys. I'm pretty freaking excited. I'm so close to being done with this van. I know it doesn't look it, or maybe it does to some. I don't know. But I mean, I have my hands in to like multiple individual projects right now that I'm almost done with each one. And when I'm done with each one, it's going to really start looking like it's coming along. You know, I'm just waiting on some things to come in the mail at this point. But I mean, even just getting that base wood down today for the desk, and it didn't really take much to get the cabinets built. The desk is going to be a lot easier to build than those cabinets were. Cabinets were tougher because I had a lot more I had to consider in building them, like the toilet, the sink, where the sink's going to be, and leaving certain room, having to measure properly underneath. Like the desk is just, okay, I need a gap to put my legs. That's it. And it has to be tall enough to go over the air conditioning unit. So, all right, I guess we'll just set this here. Two more panels, and then that's it for now. I still have to stain inside the van. Oh. Still have to stain the bed, but I'm waiting to do that because every time I stain it, I get black everywhere. So I'm waiting. So that's like the last thing to do. I still have to close the bed up too. Still got a couple things left with the bed, but I can't finish it till I get that water and plumbing hooked up. That's what I'm talking about. Like the bed's almost done. I mean, the structure of it and all that stuff's built. That's done, but like closing it up and getting the shelves done, I have to wait because I need to have room to put the water tank in and to do my plumbing. It's a process. And I can't do the plumbing until I finish the cabinets. And I'm now done with the cabinets enough to do the plumbing, but now I have to wait till next week till I get paid to buy a sink and do everything I need to do. But when I'm done with that, I can finish the bed. When I run my solar panel wires down through that wall there and I drop it through, then I can finish the running my electrical and then closing up the walls with this panel. And that will be done. But I gotta wait because I don't want wires just hanging out. I want them to be behind the panel. Nobody wants to see exposed wires. By the way, I ignored it kind of, but I just heard someone scream in the woods. I'm pretty sure it's not legit. I I don't know if you guys heard it. There was a faint scream of a female screaming, and we're in the middle of nowhere. There's not anyone screaming out here. Not that I'm aware of. I always hear weird shit whenever I'm out here at night. So I try and ignore it because nobody got time for that bullshit. Nobody's got time to deal with this. Just let me do my work, and you can do whatever you want to do out there in the woods. Just, you don't have to come bother me. I won't bother you. So the skinwalkers out there. Well, I shouldn't be worried about it because some of the places that I'm going to be camping out in the van is literally going to be down dirt road trails in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods at night. So I'm sure I'll hear and see a lot worse with the amount of places I go and miles I travel. I'm sure I'll see lots of things. It would be impossible not to. Well, it seems like this sponge has outlasted the other ones. This one's done pretty good. Hasn't broke on me yet. I've encountered some rough patches of wood here. Nice. Sides. Almost done with this one. Yeah, these are not hard to stain at all. Like, these are pretty easy. They're just knocked out. How long have I been live for? Someone put in chat how long I've been live for. I can't look right now because I can't touch my phone. And I feel like we knocked everything out very quick. What time is it? 11:58. I can't remember when I went live though. I know I was doing a baseball stream around 10:30ish or 10 o'clock. I think I ended the stream. I'm not sure. What's up, Lisa? So, all right, gotta wipe this. So if you're wondering why I'm not spraying this base wood with the polyurethane, it's because I didn't really do it for the ones that's in there, and it ended up coming out perfect. So I'm trying to repeat what I did. I'm not really looking for a glossy shine to my walls. Like, I just want the walls to kind of just be there and look nice. That's it. Not like the countertops or the desk. Like, I just want like a nice flat wood color. And this gun stock, not all the stains, but the gun stock specifically, seems like it has a pretty good shine to it on its own without the polyurethane. And I know you're supposed to use that to lock it in and protects it from getting water damage, but I mean, these are for inside the van. If these ever get wet enough to where it's going to ruin them, then I have more problems to worry about than the wall panels. You know what I mean? Like, it means we're not doing good. Things have gone crazy if these get that wet in there. Nobody knows. Okay. Well, it's probably been about an hour and a half. one more. One more. And I got these freaking stand things so wet with stain. Oh wow. I only got a quarter left of this can of gun stock. I definitely went through way more stain using these sponges than I did the first time, but definitely went through a lot. But that's okay. That's what I got it for. And I'm actually giving her the unopened can of gun stock in exchange for the walnut that I used, because she actually likes the gun stock. She used the gun stock in her bathroom years ago, and now she has it. If she ever has to touch something up. So we basically traded a quarter of a can of walnut or half of a can of walnut for a full can of gun stock. There's no way that I have anything I need to stain to open up that other can. There's no way. I'm not doing anything else gun stock, I don't think. Which means I have to go buy a can of walnut this week to finish the desk up and the kitchen. I actually need another can of walnut. I think I got enough. Need more walnut. Actually, you know what? I might see if they got a different stain of walnut, like a different shade. Maybe go with darker than the countertop, but it's still walnut. I think they got like different kinds of walnut. Like my floors are walnut, they're gray walnut. There's some more different types of stain that I have in there. It's like it has different looks, There's more going on. The more exciting it is. The fuck was that? Come on, man. Just leave me be. Leave me alone. I ain't gonna play with you. You don't play with me. Seems like a fair deal. I don't like that I can't see beyond the yard here, but I'm about 100% positive that there's something in those trees over there looking at me right now. I just have a feeling. Something out there watching me. It's just I just got this feeling. I keep hearing something. I know I'm not going crazy. Well, since I'm on camera, technically I'm the one filming. Cameraman never dies, right? Should be good. Cameraman never dies. last piece. Tomorrow we're going to try and assemble some of these if they're dry. Only if they're dry though. If they're not dry, I'm not going to fuck with them. Just let them sit till they're dry. That walnut countertop took 2 days to dry. This, I don't know. Last time it dried pretty quick. And again, I didn't put nearly as much stain on it. Okay, that's it. I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. I don't know where I'm fitting those inside. So, let's go see this brush. I might just leave this entire thing here overnight. Because everything is just like wet on here. I don't want to spill shit. These cans are just saturated in the stain. I might just leave this here. I pretty much own the driveway for the next day or night or whatever. And the reason, if you notice or not, but the reason my van's pulled all the way to the front of the driveway is because during the daytime, I use the shade of the tree. Like in the hottest part of the day, the tree shades my van from direct sunlight. So I'm able to work like I did today. I'm actually going to leave these out here. I'm leaving everything because I'm not done. I just got to put away all the power tools. I don't want to leave anything out that's going to get stolen. But, or anything of value, anyways. Got to touch anything else. Got 3 sponges left, and they're all tiny. Alright, give me a second. I'll show you guys what I did for the desk area. I'm just going to turn my light on in here in the van so you can see. Oh, yes, this is going to look nice. This van's definitely going to look like it's almost done once I'm done with this desk tomorrow. I should have enough wood to get the desk done. So, as you can see, this is where you're looking at. There's the kitchen countertop that is still curing with the marine sealant. There's the bed. And then right here is where the desk is going. So right here is the box that I created for the AC unit. It's going to sit right here. It's going to go to about the top of that this piece of wood right here. It's about as tall as it is, and it's 11 inches by 11 inches. So it'll fit right in there. The exhaust will shoot right out that wall right there. And then starting here, this piece of wood right here, starting here is where the desk begins. Comes all the way out to here. And this is just the base. You can see the inlet where I'll be able to put my legs. And coming out to the edge of the van here, this right here is exactly the middle line where the door is, the inside door. So with the shut, you can see I still have a good amount of space to walk into my van without hitting the desk. So all this right here is just going to be empty. And since I don't have a front seat anyways, you know, there's not anything obstructing me to get into my van. And I also cleaned this up today because this wood was overhanged because I was stupid when I put the floor in and didn't cut it properly. And then this part was just like where it is now. So it was like overhanging over the plastic here. And I took the jigsaw and I trimmed this up real nice and close to the front of the desk. So that's going to look really nice when that desk's done. And what I was talking about with the rugged edges to the desk where I roughed it up, you're going to see that kind of like right here. My hand is where the desk is going to be. So you'll see that from the doorway here. It'll look really nice. And then, yeah, so tomorrow I got to build the supports, like the skeleton, like I did with the cabinets. I got to build basically the same type of thing for the desk, just on a much smaller scale. And I think I have enough wood to do it because I'm not really doing a whole lot. And then I'll be able to fasten maybe even the desktop to it. We'll see. I don't know if I have enough marine sealant to do that again. I might have to go buy some. But yeah, anyways, I still have quite a good amount of space in the middle of the van. So like see right here where I have the walkway or whatever. The desk is only going out to about this far. Let's say about that far where that line is. And you can see I still have a really good amount of space. So when I'm sitting in my chair right here, I can actually kind of pull forward into the desk and then back out and have room. So I think it's going to be good. I was going to do a game stream in the van tonight, but I don't feel like setting everything up. It's really late. And I think if I just wait till tomorrow night, it'll be better anyways. I might even be able to play right at my desk. Like sit at my desk when I finish it tomorrow. Because I was going to set everything up on the kitchen cabinet. But that's not really where I'm going to be gaming at. It's going to be here. So yeah, I'm not dealing with all that tonight. It's fucking late. I literally have to bring out the entire console, set it up, run power, because I don't have my battery stuff in here yet. Slide back off. Yeah, so that's what I'll do tomorrow night. I'll do a game stream in the van. I'll just do it tomorrow night. Then I can actually sit at the desk. How cool would that be? My first game stream from inside the van. Be doing a bunch of game streams once I'm out in the middle of nowhere, because this is essentially vanlife gaming at nighttime. So I already got this cut. This piece is going over the back wheel well on the other side under the desk. So I'll put this over with the rest. So this right here is a extra piece of slab wood, same wood I used for the cabinets and the desk, and it's the perfect cutting board shape. So I'm actually going to make my own cutting board, and I think it's going to look pretty cool. I ordered stickers for my channel to put on my van, but I think I'm going to have a stencil made for vanlife with my logo on it, and I'm going to stencil on, just using like black ink. I'm going to stencil on my entire logo and then stain this really nice on top of that. And I'll have a cutting board. I probably can use it to put over the sink too. So I'm going to save this. Gun stock looks pretty nice. All right, I'm not mad about the desktop with the gun stock on it. I'm not mad about it. If you think about it like this, the majority of the time I'll be looking at it, it's going to be relatively dark in the van, or shaded anyways. So this is what it will look like the majority of the time. The only times it's going to look a lot lighter is if I got really bright lights going, or the sunlight is coming in and just hitting it right. And I can live with it, that color. It's kind of like a reddish walnut now. I can deal with that. At least it wasn't the black stain that I splattered on it. The black stain, we would have been cooked. We'd be cutting a whole new piece of wood and staining a new piece of wood. If it looked like this, black. I don't know if you all remember last week when I bought the cheap wood paneling, the very thin, cheap wood paneling. Oops. Hold on. Wrong cable. Remember I assembled it onto my cabinets and then I took it apart real quick? I'm really glad I didn't go with that because it would have looked like shit. Because that, I'll show you guys in a minute, but that piece of wood is sitting in the garage still, and it just looks like shit. I don't think I could have really cleaned it up that well either. I mean, I don't know how they even sold that to me, because when I originally picked it out, I grabbed the sheet under the first sheet so it'd be a cleaner sheet, and for whatever reason, the one I got still. They keep all their wood outside, so that's what happened. I mean, $25 is still a good amount of money to spend on something like that. It was a very big sheet of wood, but I'm not going to use it for anything, I don't think, because I got plenty of scrap wood like this that's actually solid 1/4 inch that I can use for my shelves. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll use it for shelves. It's too flimsy for one, too. I got plenty of other thicker wood. This right here. Look how dirty that is. I don't know if you could see it. This piece, this panel, like, it's garbage. It would not have looked good. It would have looked trashy. I don't think the stainer would have looked much better on it anyway. See, I'm smart tonight. I brought my Apple charger with me, so my computer doesn't die on me. Alright, so I can unplug this fan. I do need the fan in the RV tonight. I just realized I have 2 unopened caulking tubes of liquid nails. Oh shit, I was trying to swat a bug. I've got 2 tubes of it unopened, and I'm wondering if that stuff's strong enough to essentially glue like the countertop or the desktop to my wood framing tomorrow if I even need to use marine sealant. I mean, because I know the marine sealant 100% will work, but I think liquid nails is specifically for gluing wood to wood. I'm pretty certain that's what liquid nails is for. Its entire existence is around gluing wood pieces together. The fuck is that sound? You guys hear that? The fuck? It literally sounds like the alien from Aliens vs. Predators. God, look at all these fucking bugs, dude. I need to put this somewhere else so the bugs leave my door and come out this way. Here, come over here. You all come over here. Get off the door and come over here. There's so many moths on my door right now. I don't want to shut the doors. Go fly over there. A list of names. I mean, I could, yeah. Like in the back door or something. Like the first 50 supporters of the channel or something like that. I don't want to go too crazy with it. That would take up a lot. Hear that? Bro, there's something hissing. Can you all get off of my door so I can shut my door? Can you all go somewhere? I don't want you in my van. I don't want any of you in my van. I don't want you being locked in there. I don't want to clean up dead bugs anywhere. This is why I need to get the mosquito air defense system. The laser that shoots mosquitoes and other small bugs from the sky. We could have put it on the top of the back of the van and it would have been zapping all of these bugs all night long. It doesn't even come out for a year, but like, come on, man. They already got a prototype. We need the Iron Dome. You get Nerds vibes? I like gun stock wood stain. Yes, Lisa. No, I actually am really happy with the gun stock. It definitely was perfect for the panels, the wood paneling. I don't think anything else I could have picked would have either been too dark, I think, or would not have popped as much. It just looks really clean. I don't think there's anything else out here that I need to put in my van other than the light. Oh, you know what? I mean, this weather app lies to me on a daily basis, but I want to see what time it's supposed to start raining. So according to this app, it's not supposed to start raining until 9 p.m., which I think is bullshit. It says 9 p.m. tomorrow night. That's when it's supposed to start raining, and then it rains all week. It rains Tuesday through Monday night, and then Tuesday through next Monday. Yeah, because tomorrow it's a 40% chance, Tuesday's a 55% chance, Wednesday a 30% chance, which means maybe it won't rain all day. Uh, Thursday 60%, Friday 60%, Saturday 30%, Sunday my day off 45%, and then Monday my other day off 55%. So tomorrow I got to really try and get that desk done as much as I can, because then pretty much everything else besides cutting into the roof, I may not be able to even install the solar panel wires from the roof this week. If it's raining every day, I'm not going to be able to do it because y'all seen it takes at least a day for that marine sealant to dry and to cure to where there's no leak. And it's not going to work if it's wet, from the rain. And I'm going to have another leak again. So I won't even be able to put my solar panel stuff in probably till the following week, even though I get it in the mail on Tuesday. That's if it rains every day, like legitimately. But even if it's supposed to rain in a couple hours, I won't be able to do it. I need it to be completely dry for at least the day after I do it. Because I noticed the marine sealant on the outside takes longer for whatever reason. I thought it would dry quicker because it's outside in the sunlight, but it wasn't working. I kept applying it. Remember, it was raining. I kept trying to apply it on the outside of the van, and it wasn't working. It kept leaking. It continued to leak until that one day where it was nice and sunny out and didn't rain for a whole day. Then it worked. And ended up wasting half of the tube for no reason. Get off my phone. Even the moths are trying to get on my phone now. Yeah, I mean, like, the majority of the stuff I gotta do, I can do in my van, even if it's raining. Like, if I get those barn door rollers in, that's something I could do on the inside of my van. Um, I'll pretty much after tomorrow, I'll be done with like actually having to cut wood to build structures. I'll still have to do wood cutting for like, the panels and stuff like that, and also the bed and finishing the cabinets, but not anything of major. I think what I'm going to try and do, since it's going to rain all week, I'm going to try and clear myself out a good little spot in the garage to cut wood in there. Maybe I can clear a spot out near where the refrigerator is. Because I'm not going to have like giant pieces of wood I have to cut. so I can get away with like a smaller space. But it would not have worked with these gigantic boards of plywood. But I think I'll be all right if I make some space. I think I have enough lumber to finish the desk. I didn't think I would, but I do. I got. Let's see what I got. All right, so I got one 2x3. In the garage, I got one full size 2x3. I got one 2x4. I got about 3/4 of a 2x4 out here, which I gotta put back in the garage. So I got basically 2 1/3, or 1 1/3 2x4. This tiny little piece. One 2x3. I got a few pieces of scrap 2x3 and 1x1. A couple of scrap pieces. I think I got more scrap 2x4 down there. I got one more countertop sheet of wood. I got this entire piece here, but that's supposed to be for the doors, the sliding doors. I should have enough wood to finish the skeleton of the desk tomorrow, and I should have enough plywood to actually build the desk. I should, or at least get most of it done. I should be all right. Because I thought I was going to have to go to Home Depot tomorrow to get another 2x3 and another 1x1. But I don't think I'm going to be using any more 1x1. At least not for now. I might need some for the base trim for the cabinets when I get the doors in. But I think I'll be all right. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. I would really like to get all that done. Yeah, because I got 2 scrap pieces of 1x1 here. I got one in the middle. If you were to put it all together, it would make almost one full piece. But this is really good for like if you're just trying to bolt something into each other, but you don't have a lot of space. This comes in handy. That's what I used on the bed. So now I actually have a lip on my bed, so I don't roll off of it. That'll be all right. I got plenty of stuff out here. I'll just leave this out overnight. Yeah, hopefully. See, this is the problem. Every time I try and trust the Apple Weather app, it is always wrong. Watch it rain very early this morning while I'm sleeping, and I don't hear that it's raining, and it fucks everything up. Oh yeah, I should be plenty good on wood for the desk tomorrow because I just seen 2 half-size pieces of 2x4 on the other side of the garage. So I should be good. All right, this is going off. Fucking moths everywhere. All right, so now what I would like to do is unplug my shore power so it's not plugged in overnight. Okay. I am going to leave it plugged in outside though, so that way it's not on the ground. That is freaking awesome now that I can use that shore power port to plug stuff in while I'm using my van. Not have to run extension cables into it. Oh, that's another thing I want to do too is I want to make myself a little spice garden, like in a I don't know what you call those things, but it's like a thin flower pot thing, like a little rectangular shaped one that you could fit 4 or 5 plants in. I'm going to make a plant garden with, like, basil, parsley, thyme, um, fresh mint, and what I'd like to do is put it in my front window, mount it into my front window, so I can have like fresh spices to cook with, and then two, it'll make everything look really good. Like, it'll look really nice in the front of the bin, all that green, and it's very easy to grow and not let it die as long as you water it. You'll get plenty of sunlight up there, so always the sun comes straight through that window. That would be nice. So I gotta go to Home Depot and get some plants. Anyways, I'm gonna have a little tiny garden in the front window, and then it'll kind of like the basil my plan is to have it like overhang my front passenger side dash. So basil grows really long, like long stems, and I think that will look really cool. I would like if I had the room for it, I'd like to do like a small tomato, like a tomato plant that does like cherry tomatoes. Um, that would be cool to grow enough to like throw in a salad or something. These fucking bugs tonight are crazy. The fuck. Anyways, guys, I gotta end the stream off. I gotta do a couple things. I'm actually gonna go out and get some food because I'm freaking starving. I haven't eaten the goddamn thing all day. Like, I legitimately haven't eaten anything today. I just had water and drinks. Um, I don't feel like cooking, so I gotta get off of here so I can go out and do that. Cool, this place is still open. All right, guys. Hope you have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm sure I'll be doing a another live stream tomorrow while I'm building. I don't know when, but at some point during the day, I'm going down the PA to grab a bottle of vape juice and some coils. Um, it usually only takes me a few hours to do that. My plan was to go while it was raining, but now it doesn't look like it's going to rain until nighttime, which is fine. So I think I'm gonna end up doing that when it's like at its hottest during the day. It's supposed to be really hot tomorrow, so maybe I'll do some stuff in the morning and then leave around like 11:30, 12ish, and then I'll be back by 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it won't be so hot anymore. So I really don't have much left to do in terms of materials that I have besides building the desk anyways and installing some of the paneling that I just stained tonight. Other than that, I'm waiting for shit to come in the mail. So, hey, Robbie. Yep, you all have a great evening. Be safe out there, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.